Hari Om, Anita and Aditi. Please present vyavasayatmika buddhi.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Vyavasayatmika buddhir ekeha kurunandana bahusakha anantas buddhayo vyavasayinam. Those who are on this path are resolute in purpose and their aim is one. O beloved child of the Kurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many-branched.
Vyavasayatmika resolute buddhi. Vyavasayatmika resolute
Buddhi, intellect, eka, single, iha, on this path, kurunandana, descendant of the Kurus, bahusakha, many branch, he, indeed, ananta, endless, cha, also, buddhaya, intellect, vyavasayinam, of the irresolute. The people who are on the path of self-realization have only one aim and are very determined to reach that. But the people who aren't on this path are confused and unsure.
Very nice. So,
one of an example that I would like to give is like when people are aware that their body is just an instrument to function in this world, and that they as themselves do not ever die or change, then we can have more confidence in the things that we do, and we can use our body to its best capability and discover new things that it can do that we did not know that it could earlier. So when we realize who we actually are, that we're not the body, we realize a lot of things that we're capable of, and we can achieve a lot of our dreams and goals by just using our body.
okay. So how is this example you're giving connected with bahusakha anantascha?
So like it says that people who have realized themselves, their intellect is many branched. But those who
People who have realized, is that what it says?
No, people who are on the path of realization.
So it says that the people on the path of realization are very determined, very resolute. But the intelligent of the ones who are not resolved is many branched, is what it says.
Uncle, I understood it wrong.
Okay, all right. Yeah, let's correct it. That's why we are presenting. That's absolutely fine. Okay, all right. So then let's listen to what Aditi has to say. What is Aditi's understanding?
Uncle, I'm not sure if I've understood it right either, but I will read what I've written.
Yeah.
So in my example, I've represented it as a school of fish who have decided to go to one particular place. But like on the way, there are many obstacles that they have to cross. But when they know that this is where they need to reach and they have this one goal, they're determined to go and face all those obstacles and go to the place that they want to reach. But then it's a situation where you have no idea where you want to reach, but you just don't want to be here anymore. You won't be determined to reach that area. So you won't fight your best in the obstacles, and then it might even cause bigger problems. So when we know what our final aim is, it helps us work harder and get past all struggles.
Very nice. That's an excellent example. So you see, it is the determination in your mind that makes everything happen. So when you're not clear about where you really want to go, then very easily you can branch off. You can do wherever. So you may recall the story of Alice in Wonderland. So she goes into the rabbit hole and she's walking there aimlessly, and she finds a fork in the road. And there is a tree and there's a cat sitting. And she asks the cat, which road I should take, this one or this one. The cat asks her, Alice, do you know where you want to go? Alice says, I don't know. Then the cat says, any which way will do. So this is the story, right? So what do you realize from that story with respect to this particular situation or this shloka?
That if you know where you want to go, then
It will be clearer for you to find your way.
Then, when you're resolved, yeah, resolute means what? You have resolved. Resolved about what? So let's go back to the meaning of the shloka. Resolute means what? Those you have resolved. Resolved means what? You're very clear about the aim. For example, when your aim is very clear that you have to be here on time by 9 o'clock, then even if other distractions come, you'll make sure that it happens by 9 o'clock. Otherwise, you may end up giving excuses. Oh, you know what? I wanted to be here, but suddenly internet was off. Suddenly my computer did not even wake up. Suddenly I found that my glasses were missing. So like that, you can find many excuses why it couldn't happen. Why? Because in your mind, it is not very firm that this is what I want. This is where I want to go. When you've resolved, when the aim is very clear, then you will walk towards it irrespective of whatever obstacles come your way. You will not be deterred. You will not be confused. You will not be taken away from your path because you have made up your mind. So likewise, in your life, you have to be very clear, isn't it? Whether to come to the class at 9 o'clock or whether you want to complete your homework for school tomorrow or whether you want to learn something, you have to be clear and firm, isn't it? If you're not clear, will you ever find time to make it happen? No. Then suddenly, one of your family member or friend says, come here, let's watch some movie. You will run towards that. Or somebody comes and says, come, let's go down. There is a big mela happening. So many exciting things. You will run towards that. Not that any of that is wrong, but what is your aim? What is that you want to accomplish? What is that you are seeing for yourself? Are you clear? When you are clear, then you will have complete dedication and focus towards that. Then even if other distractions come, you will know. And when is that it's going to be meaningful? When the aim that you've chosen is something very big, something that is meaningful and purposeful for your life. So when you have a meaning and purposeful aim, then you will be able to be rid of all other small distractions. So for example, there was this great freedom fighter, Bhagat Singh. Bhagat Singh found the value of living for his country. He decided that whatever he does will be for his country. And he wants to do the best for his country. And whatever the way the Britishers were administering, he thought that is not the right thing because they were crushing the individual freedom. They wanted only certain laws of theirs to be imposed. So he saw that that is not the right way to bring up a right society. So he decided we have to be free to make our own both political and individual choices. He was so determined in his path, in his aim, that he was unafraid to even give up his life, unafraid to go to the gallows. The story is when he was going to be hung, the officer in charge, the police officer said, at least now you plead mercy. you say that, what you've done is wrong, and your life will be given back to you. He said, no, I know very clearly that what I'm doing is right. And he, with a whistle, with a smile, they say that he walked to the gallows, as if he was going to seeing a friend, as if he was going to a party. Such was the energy, such was the courage that the right aim gives you. So when the aim is right, you will have all the courage and the energy. So for example, imagine, there is someone who is in need of help and you are looking at how to help. Have you noticed how you have all the energy and power, and how, you'll suddenly start getting a lot of help? You'll suddenly find that, so many people are coming to your help, so many different ideas are coming to you, just because you decided, okay, let me help one person. So I might have shared this story, a short story. Once, when we were coming back from Ghati ashram, we saw one monkey in a temple, whose side of the face had been completely burnt away because of an electrical shock. And, there were two little children like you who also said, let's help this monkey. So together we decided to help the monkey. And first, when we went to see the monkey and touch the monkey, there were other big monkeys who were growling at us, who, as if, they thought maybe we were there to hurt this monkey, so they wanted to attack us. But in our mind, it was very clear that we wanted to help the monkey. So, we just felt, we want to help the monkey. How can we help the monkey? That was the longing. And once when we felt like that very deeply, suddenly we saw some police fellow walking towards us with a big lathi. He said, oh, we saw what you want to do. Don't worry, I will take care of the other monkeys. You please pick this monkey. And suddenly one shop fellow came with a shoe box with paper in it and said, please take this shoe box. If you keep this monkey inside, it will also feel safe, and you can close the lid so that the other monkeys don't attack you. And as we walked towards the car, from nowhere, so many people gathered, and somebody said, what you're doing is really nice. Do you want some milk for the monkey? Do you want me to do anything? I don't know from where all those people came. Then as we came to the hospital, we brought it to Cupa. There is a animal center called Cupa. They take care of animals, like this animal. So when we brought this animal, they said, this is a gone case. It probably is going to die. He said, it may be so, but right now, when it is alive, let us look at how to keep it alive. So he said, okay, I'm going to give an injection. Let us see. And as he went to give an injection, that monkey, so far, he did not have any energy. When we went to give a banana also, its hand would raise and tap, it would fall. It was so weak. But now suddenly, from nowhere, I don't know how, it got, growling. It started growling at him. And this fellow got really scared and he came running to us saying that, sir, that's a wild monkey. If we want to give an injection, we have to tie it tightly. But we had traveled almost like 40 kilometers with the monkey. And all along we were touching the monkey because, whenever there was a hump, that monkey would have a lot of pain. And, that side of the flesh was burning, it was smelling. But, as we kept stroking the monkey, it would feel very calm. So we had touched the monkey. It was all along with us. So we knew it meant no harm. So we said, okay, we will be holding it. Please don't tie it. You give the injection. So we were touching it as if, somebody is holding your hand. When you're so scared, if let's say your mummy comes and holds your hand, you feel relaxed, right? Like that we felt, we were just touching it. That monkey took 2 injections without any trouble. So why am I telling all this is, once when, in your mind, the purpose and the goal is very clear, you will be able to overcome all the obstacles. When we started from that place, it was almost like evening 6 o'clock or 6:30. By the time we took it to Cupa and every other place, because first we did not know about Cupa, we had to come to some other place in JP Nagar, and that place was closed. He gave some other number. But all along, the feeling in us was, how can we help this monkey? So that kept us going. By the time that whole thing completed and everything, and we left the monkey in that Cupa's protection, it was more than midnight. But we felt no loss of energy at all. We felt very fresh and was feeling very grateful that along our way, so many people came to help us. See, we did not invite that police fellow. He came with a lathi. That shop fellow, we never called him. He came with a shoebox. Near the car, people came. And when we went to the hospital, doctors were there. So it all looked like a miracle. But the point is, when you are clear, then you will be able to overcome any obstacles in your path. Otherwise, even one small thing, we went to touch the monkey and the other big monkeys growled. So we were afraid, we came back. No. So, but the feeling was deeper. Feeling was, we have to help this monkey. And therefore, everything else fell in place. So like that, resolute, when your mind is resolute on a higher purpose, then you will not be distracted easily. You will not be easily wandering. You will not be running away. But when you are not resolute, when your aim is not clear, then like Alice in Wonderland, any which way will do. Then you will wander. So what is important then? What is important from this shloka to learn for your life?
That we should have an aim for everything.
What kind of an aim? Everybody has a name. You ask anybody, everybody has a name. Which aim or what kind of an aim? Is there a difference in the nature of the aim? What is Sri Krishna saying here?
To realize who you are,
Self-realization.
To realize who you are means what?
To understand that you're not the body, and then to use that and to help others know.
So when the aim is to do something far bigger and for the benefit of so many. So for example, I'll give you one question. With that, you can also see another way of looking at this shloka. Let's assume you know how to cook some say dinner for one person. Okay, you have been cooking dinner for one person. And today, let's say there are 10 people who have come to eat dinner at your place, and you are the only one who can cook. Now, how do you feel? Is it easy for you to cook for 10 people? You'll have so much of mental tension. How do I do it? Can I do it? Will I be able to complete it? Now, let me give another angle. Let's assume you know how to cook for 100 people. Okay. Let's say you've been cooking for 100 people. Like one of those places, let's say Langar, or in some temple, they cook for thousands and millions of people every day. So let's say you're one such cook. You know how to cook for 100 people every day, more than 100 people every day. Today for dinner, 10 people have come. Is it easy or difficult for you to cook today?
It'll be difficult.
No, today. Imagine, you've been every day cooking for 100 people. And today now, let's say 10 people have come to your home for dinner. Will you find it easy or challenging to cook for 10 people?
I think I'll find it challenging.
Okay, again, go back to the question I'm raising. Live through that. Imagine every day you've been cooking for 100 people. Today, to your home, 10 people have come. Will you find it challenging to cook for 10 people?
It'll be easy. You already know how to cook for many people.
Exactly.
So you
Isn't
just
it? When you every day been cooking for 100 people, will you even have a worry? See, for example, when you know how to write the 5-page homework, if your teacher has given 1-page homework, will you find it as challenging? If you've already passed 10th grade, will you find it difficult to pass 5th grade? That is the nature of the question. So then now apply this to the aim. What kind of an aim will bring you that kind of a confidence and energy? So for
That you
example, yeah, go ahead.
that you want to serve them food.
Correct, right? So now let's apply to your life. So now, Anita, what is the aim you have? What is that you would like to become in terms of your next step in life? What is that you are looking at getting into in terms of, let's say, maybe a profession, or what is that aim that you have for yourself now in life?
Psychology.
Psychology. Very nice. How about Aditi?
I don't have anything in mind.
Okay. But what are the different kinds of aims that run in your mind? Among them, tell me one or two.
Digital marketing or something in dance.
Can you come closer? I cannot hear you clearly.
Uncle, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Digital marketing or something in dance based.
Okay. So let's take, for example, dance, because that is closer to what you have been practicing. Okay. So you have an aim of becoming a dancer. Now, what kind of a dancer you want to become?
Classical or contemporary?
Correct. In that, what is that you want to accomplish?
Being graceful.
Being graceful. Excellent. Now, when you say being graceful, what does it mean?
To improve my understanding of how I can be graceful.
True. But do you have okay, this is who I think is very graceful when dancing. Do you have anybody like that in your mind?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is that?
His name is Jimmy.
Go ahead. I cannot hear you clearly.
His name is Jimmy.
For some reason, your voice is kind of getting very broken.
Uncle, is this better?
This is much better.
Okay. Uncle, his name is Jimin.
Jivin.
Yeah. Okay.
Givin, is it?
M-I-N.
Min. Jivim. Okay. All right. So Jivim is a classical dancer, is it?
Not a classical. He's learned contemporary dance.
Contemporary dance. But in your mind, you see him as someone who has a very graceful movement. Okay. So for now, let's take that Jivim as an example. So in your mind, your aim is, oh, I should be able to move as gracefully as Jivim, right? So now let me ask another question. Have you seen anybody else who is even better than Jivim? Who you feel is better than Jivim?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So now to answer that, you are using your current experience, isn't it? So you've been exposed to certain dancers. So therefore you are saying Jivim is the best from what I have seen. Now, is that an absolute answer?
Mhm.
No, right? But for today, Jivim is the aim. Okay. However, I will put it something like this. why don't you explore and see many other dancers, who everybody else calls as a very famous and very successful and very passionate and best dancers, people call in different areas, whether it's contemporary, kuchipudi, bharatanatyam. Look at all of it and see who is even better. Maybe Jivim is best in one particular place. Maybe others are better in another place. Now, is your aim to be like Jivim?
I think it can be like to become like him and then improve mine.
Excellent. So you're looking at Jivim for inspiration. You will never be Jivim, correct? And Jivim can never be Aditi. So Aditi has to leave her own footprints, her own excellent way of dancing. So therefore, what is that I'm aiming at? Where is that excellence? Is it one static thing? It's a constantly evolving thing, right? But what is that you are in pursuit of? You are in pursuit of that movement, which is so graceful that when audience looks at it, they feel, wow, I feel it. And I'm one with it. So you want to dance the way where you feel one with the movement, isn't it? So because only when you completely bring it from your heart, will you merge into that. And then only the audience will merge into what you're doing. So it's a constant evolving in how to keep improving. Is there an end to that? No. So now see, when you look at it in that way, and when that is not I have not yet got that, I'm still unfit, will you have satisfaction? No. But when you know that you are constantly striving and you want to do your best. See, today if I ask you, what is 22 divided by 3? You'll give one answer. Why you gave that answer? Because you learned something. But if I ask you some other question, have you guys by any chance learned trigonometry yet? Okay. So I will say, what is sine theta by cos theta? You will just stare at me. You'll say, what a stupid question is that, uncle? I didn't know that, you can divide some sine theta by cos theta. Because I only know how to divide 21 by 3. But what is the sine theta cos theta? No, uncle, you're just making up, right? Why? Because currently that knowledge is not yet there. Yeah. So like that, as your knowledge improves, you will learn more things. So the spark, the curiosity to learn, the willingness to keep improving, and to see the best in Jivim, to see the best in your sister's dance, to see the best in your mother's dance, to see the best in Vani Ganpati's dance, to see the best in somebody else's dance. Somebody may not even be called as a dancer. But in one sense, if you look at it, everybody is a dancer. Because everybody is constantly moving. But there's a certain set of movements that make one feel, wow, so nice. It feels so nice and natural, isn't it? Like what's the best example people give? Oh, she danced like which bird?
Swan.
See? So there is something about the swan's movement that makes them feel so natural, isn't it? So now an aim is not one fixed thing, but right now Jivim is the initial aim. But then is that the end of it? No. So when your pursuit is for that kind of an inner excellence, not in comparison to Jivim, Is Aditi doing the best that Aditi can in moving gracefully? Then you will have the satisfaction. And when your mind is fixed on such a purpose where you are wanting to do the best, for what? For the benefit of others. In what way is it beneficial for you to dance and others to benefit? When they see that form, they will also feel inspired. See, look at how wonderfully she danced. She danced like a swan. There was a total loss of time in her presence. I felt so nice. So like that, all these various feelings will elevate people. So the art form that you are bringing out is not an ordinary art form. It's not something where, like in all those movies, they put some harsh sound and they move their body as if they're about to break one part of the body. That is not going to bring out the grace, because your movement is all about a lot of awareness. You have to be, there are very subtle movements. And only when your mind and your body and you, everything function together, can that movement happen. To see the grace in that movement is why you are attracted to that, isn't it? So this is a purpose which is a never ending, but it is something much bigger than one individual. So when the focus is on such a higher aim, then you are very clear, your path is clear. To be the best, say, cricketer, Sachin Tendulkar used to spend 14 hours every day. Because that was very clear in his mind. I want to be the best batsman. Not as somebody else. I want to be that best. For whose sake? For my own sake. There is nobody else to compare. But I am willing to constantly see what more I can do. See, today you are able to dance better than yesterday. Does it mean you have now become the best? No, there's still so much more. But today's Aditi's dance, I love it compared to yesterday. Now, what is the next aim? I want to dance like that Jivim. I want to move like that Jivim. Good, very good. So like that, continuously, your expression will continue to improve. But what is the connection of the shloka? When your mind is resolved that this is what I want to focus, I want to dedicate my life, like Bhagat Singh dedicated his life for freedom. What is the purpose of my journey? What is that I want to bring out through me, which can be of great value to this world? Once when you have that clarity, if it is not there, look at how to bring that clarity. When you bring that clarity, then your mind will not be distracted with other spurious things. Then you will be focused on how to accomplish that, how to move towards that. And whatever disturbances come in the way, you will know how to move even not being bothered by them. Is this bringing clarity to the shloka?
Yes, Uncle.
Now, can I listen to both of you again? What is that you realized, understood from this?
Uncle, so earlier I thought that it was just of having a path and being sure of what you want to do to get ahead. But now, after you explained it all, I think it also means to be clear about what your aim is and what that path is that you want to take. So whatever comes your way, you have the determination to get past it and reach your aim. And then to also have the mindset of that your aim is not where it ends, and there's always more potential for anything.
Excellent. That is when it comes to the world of objects. In the world of objects, there is never an end to the aim. Is Jeevim the best dancer? No. Is Vani Ganapati the best dancer? No. So there is always somebody else better. So in the world of so-called accomplishments, in the outer world, this is an ever-going, evolving journey. But in the inner world of realization of who I am, knowing that you are that unchanging, that divine light of the self. So there is one journey of you which is always bringing out the new expression, like life itself. See, look around the nature. Is nature ever the same? No two moments are the same. So it's a constantly evolving, constantly modifying phenomena. But you, the one who's watching, realizing who I am truly, that is a fixed. There is an end. There is an end. So to know that I am not the one who's getting modified. And all these other powers are within me. I have no limits, because the limits are in the mind. And in the mind, it is the thought that limits. And I can replace the limiting thought with an unlimiting thought. Whoever said that I cannot be dancing like Jeevim, I will do my best to dance like Jeevim and be better than that. Now, you can replace the limiting thought with unlimiting thought. That is the true power, when you realize your true nature. So what is that I want to do in my life? What is that I want this mind and body to be for this life? Everybody comes, eats, sleeps, goes. Among all of them, we now today remember one Vivekananda, one Ramana Maharshi, one Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, one Bhagat Singh. Billions and billions of people have come and gone. Even within your own family, you may recall your great-grandfather, maybe. But beyond that, if I ask you, do you know your great-great-great-grandfather, unless they have done something, which is beyond their small spheres, you may not recall. But even after thousands of years, each one of us recall Bhagavan Buddha. Isn't it? So, therefore, see, what is the purpose that I want this life to be dedicated towards? What about Anita? What is Anita's clarity?
When you are clear of your aim and the path that you want to take to achieve that aim, whatever obstacles come in your way, you have the power to overcome it, because you know that that is exactly what you want to achieve, and you can discover potential in you that you did not know you had earlier.
Correct. So the sense of wanting to achieve may cause lot of tension. Have I achieved? Have I achieved? Have I achieved or not? Somebody comes and says, are you there yet or not? Are you good enough or not? That may become a source of tension. So I would like you to consider that sense of accomplishment is not for somebody else's sake. If I ask you, why do you think the cuckoo bird sings? Tell me a reason. Why does it sing?
Because it feels good when it sings.
That's all it is. Is it singing there to please somebody? That's its innate capability, its innate power. So like that, your innate power is You can express it in 100 different ways. I can talk. I can sing. I can dance. I can cook also. I can stitch also. Wow, I can write also. Wow, I can draw also. Wow, I can see the wow in everything. Everything is wow. Every expression of every being is all wow. Is there one tiny animal, whether it's an ant or a small mosquito? Is there anyone which you say, check, what a rough design? Yeah. Even when the ant is moving, it is so graceful, no? Even when the mosquito may be very troublesome, but look at its determination. It wants to draw your blood. It knows that it can get sweated, but still it is so involved in that. And it keeps coming. Such a tiny thing, but so clear. And look at the beauty of that small little thing. And if you notice the design of it, how wonderful it is. In order to make that sound, how fast the wings must be beating. And for it to draw the blood, for a moment, okay, just look at your own hand. Look at your own hand. Tell me which is your vein and which is your artery from where the blood is flowing. Can you see that? Do you know? But this tiny fellow knows. Not only that. Now, if I ask you, go and draw one drop of blood without the other person getting to know, can you do it? But this fellow can come, sit on you, you will not know. He can put a straw into your blood vessel, you will not know. He will drink the blood, you will not know. Only at some point in time, you will see some pinch. Then you will see, arre, this fellow came and stole. Next time you come, I will takar, swat you. Isn't it? Look at the beauty of that. Is there anything in life which is not worthy of such wow? It may feel troublesome to my mind. That's a different thing. That's just because of the way I'm thinking about it. So that wow is in everything. So why do you do what you do? Just to feel that wowness. Okay, they can sing, I can dance. Nice. It's not that I'm competing to dance. They can sing, I can dance. Somebody's movements are more graceful, somebody's talk is more graceful. But grace is what I am seeing in everyone. Or somebody's cooking is graceful. Or somebody's writing is so graceful. Look at the way they dress, so graceful. Look at the way they make their hair, so graceful. Grace is in everything. In every movement. In any movement, you can notice the grace. And you say, wow, wow. So is there a limit to the wowness in life? No. So life is, now what is the wowness you are going to offer to somebody else through you? That's your aim. And is it one constant accomplishment? I will achieve, because achievement means something that you'll go and end, achieved. So for example, you are in Bangalore, I'm traveling to Mysore. You can say, I've come to Mysore. How? Because you see some landmark. That's the end of it. But in life, evolution, is it something like that? No. But still saying that, okay, next point in the journey is Mysore is okay. After Mysore, if you're going to your town, the next point is what? Do you go through Mysore when you're traveling to your town? How do you travel to your town? You go to Trivandrum, no? Usually.
Yeah,
Kochi.
Kochi.
Kochi. Huh? How do you travel to Kochi usually?
Through Tamil Nadu.
Or through, oh, you take that Hosur road and Tamil Nadu road, is it? Ah, okay. Some people also travel through Mysore. So it's okay. So Hosur is the first point in the journey. Next point in the journey is something else like that. It's a constant travel. But know that you have infinite capacity. You are not the limitations of the thoughts. Thoughts are limiting. Thoughts will come and say, no, 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 no. Can you be like him or her? Can you move like that? No, no, not at all possible. So those are limiting. So when you're clear about who you are, then how to live my life and how can I offer the best to the life? Everybody lives. Some live by eating. Some live by sleeping. Some live by only cursing others, yelling at others. That is not good. This is not good. You know what she did. You know what he did. What do you want your life to be? So Sri Krishna is asking us all these questions. Self-realization doesn't necessarily mean I understand, I know very clearly. Okay, so you have this infinite power. What do you want to make out of this? You have a kitchen full of all the things. What do you want to cook today? That choice he has left to you. Anything more to say or ask? Aditi went, Anita went, search. Oh no, nothing. Ting. She came back. So when Anita is searching, she searches. Have you noticed when people have to really deeply see, they kind of glaze their eyes above and then look somewhere. Have you noticed? Yeah. Why that may be? For you to figure out. All right. Shall we end our contemplation?
Yes, uncle.